It's been a long day, guys. It's been a long day. It's been raining outside all day today, too. I would like to think that either God or whoever you believe in your higher powers was crying that the Cowboys got that win. Those crazy fans were probably bothering everybody on any social media platform out there. Let's talk about it.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man soft. Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season head, really time to do him in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Brandon here. And yes, this is Philly the podcast. And yes, we did take a disappointing loss yesterday. Disappointing is an understatement for that loss. I mean, losing is losing. Losing sucks no matter how you lose. But the way we lost last night was just downright bad. I know that you guys been listening all day or whatever on negative talk about the Eagles, and you're probably tired of it. I'm not saying I'm gonna end the negative talk, but I mean, there is some, I guess you can say, positives that come out of this. But I mean, to start off with what everyone's been talking about all day, Miles Sanders, I feel bad for the guy. Coach Sirianni wears a shirt, "Run, Booby, Run," and you don't let him run. Like 2 weeks ago, I believe. About 2 weeks ago, I said I wanted Miles to have at least 20 carries. I know I'm not alone in this. We've been clamoring for Miles to get the ball more since last season when we had a different coach, when we had Doug Peterson. And I seen the memes of, I think it was a Scooby-Doo one of Nick Sirianni. He pulls the mask off and it's Doug Peterson. But that's how it felt yesterday. And I don't even know if Doug Peterson was ever that bad, because I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, no one's really ever been that bad at not running the ball. It was just yes, when the score is out of hand in a sense and you get pass happy, that happens in the end of games. But in the whole beginning of the game, let's say even the first half, you had opportunities to run the ball, but instead we go three and out, 3 passes or 2 passes and an interception, in the first drive. I get it. That first drive, it is what it is. I wouldn't even say anything wrong about that besides the fact that was on Jalen Hurts. He needs to get that ball further out there. I saw that there was a safety there, so maybe he thought if he threw it too far, maybe the safety would have got over the top. If that's the case, if you see both those players, maybe you don't throw that. Maybe that's the time when you throw underneath, you go through your progressions, or you take off running like he does most of the time throughout the game anyways. So you just got to be smarter about that. But outside of that, you need to run the ball with Kenny Gainwell, with Miles Sanders, with Boston Scott. I know people want Jordan Howard, but what's the point of having Jordan Howard if we can't even get more than 3 carries for 3 of the running backs on the roster? So that was very disappointing, but I know you guys have heard about that all day and have been complaining about that, but that's a huge one right there. Now, the offensive line. Landon, I'm going to give Landon a pass, because the fact of the matter is the kid hasn't played football in a while. He had that surgery on his knee. He's finally in. He's getting thrown into the fire. Didn't have an off season. So he's getting his feet underneath him. He's getting comfortable and whatnot. And it is what it is. He needed some more reps. He needed some more warm up. And it kind of sucks that this is the game he had to get thrusted into. But next man up. He does need to do better. Even in his last press conference, he said he knows he needs to do better. So I'm sure this is all going to help out with that. But losing Isaac's going to be tough to see who's going to fill that role. And then left tackle Andre Dillard, this is going to be some positives here. I felt like, there were times that he didn't do great. The whole offensive line at times didn't do great. Even Lane Johnson wasn't doing that great. He was toward the end of the game. It felt like the offensive line started to quit. It felt like the whole team started to quit. But in retrospect, Andre Dillard, for having his first real pretty much action in a very long time, he didn't do too bad. I mean, come on, not everyone can be as bad as Jamon Brown. I believe that's what his name was, Mr. Fix My Sleeve during mid-game. So it's lackluster, and there's only the little positives don't even really sound like positives. But the one real positive, before I even get into Jalen Hurts, Javon Hargrave. That guy is an animal. I mean, last year we were like, oh my God, here we go again, another bad signing or whatnot. But he just needed that time to kind of get used to it. This is a new system, and this system obviously fits him the best. He is out there, dynamic. He's getting to the quarterback. I think he's first in all the categories when it comes to rushing the quarterback and everything like that. So kudos to Javon Hargrave. Kudos to him. Kudos to Fletcher Cox. I mean, those two right there. I mean, I feel like Javon Hargrave is able to do what he's doing because the attention still goes to Fletcher Cox. I know that people are still complaining about Fletch and that he's not getting the stats like an Aaron Donald. They're just two different players, two different types of players. The fact that Fletch can hold his own and take so much attention away to let a guy like Javon Hargrave have those one-on-ones. It's beautiful to see. That's what we were hoping for in the first place. So kudos to that. The young guys, I feel like the one thing about this team is a lot of young players, and it shows. You got like I said, the Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata. He's not in, but he's pretty good. But he's still young. Smith, Devontae Smith, and then on the defense, I mean, you have Milton Williams, who super athletic, but he needs time to learn. He needs time to develop, and he's made the mistakes. And then Derek Barnett, this guy, even Nick Sirianni goes, it's always him. I know that was just out of frustration, and he's probably kicking himself in the back because, everyone saw that. So a guy even got asked in the press conference today or yesterday, whatever. And, I mean, Derek Barnett, it is what it is. This guy is always getting penalties on something. So he needs to step up. The defensive line, overall, they were just exhausted. The defense was exhausted, and that's mostly because of the play calling and because of Jalen Hurts. It is what it is. Jalen Hurts did miss some throws. He did cause some penalties. Those RPOs, Joe had mentioned it earlier. When you're running an RPO, it's either you let the ball go or you let it fly like immediately, because the offensive line, they're not waiting to see, is he going to scramble out? Is he going to extend the play? They can't. Otherwise, those plays don't work. Everyone's on a timer. So you got to let that ball go. Otherwise, if you play Madden, you'll see you hold on to that ball too long to pass it, and then you get a flag. You get that illegal man downfield, and that's what happened multiple times. I just don't get it. I think, and maybe Nick will clarify this, but maybe having longer practices in order to really iron these things out would be beneficial. I know that maybe they're trying to keep everyone healthy, but hey, like I think even Joe said before, that if dudes are going to fall, dudes are going to fall. So we need to extend those practices, even if it's not hitting drills, it's just regular drills to get the timings down, to limit the penalties. It's insane the amount of penalties we've accumulated over the last 3 weeks, and that was a real killer yesterday. Even the times when we could have possibly drove down the field, boom, we get hit with a pre-snap penalty. We're getting backed up, and then it's just pass again. So yeah, a lot to get off your chest there, a lot to get off my chest. If this is content you guys like, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. It's a somber day for us Philly fans. It is what it is. We're on to next week. Starting tomorrow, we got the Chiefs. We'll talk about that later throughout the week. Leave your comments. Go ahead. Vent out to every content creator. Vent out to every video out there, because this is the time to do it. This is the time where you can leave these comments with your fellow Eagle fans and not have to worry about some Dallas dude trolling y'all. So it is what it is. Till next time, fly Eagles fly. Peace.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Yeah. Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby.